Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to uh, week 5, I believe.
Week 5, I think is what we're in now.
No. This is still week 4. My
Is
bad.
it? Oh yeah. Week 4.
Yeah. This is
Second game in
yeah.
week 4. My apologies.
Second or third?
Is it second? I
I think it's third.
uh I
It's
think the
third.
only other game was Monday.
There was Monday. Oh no, it's the second. Might be. I
Yeah,
thought it
yeah,
was a
yeah,
Tuesday
yeah,
game.
yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Try and mess me up, man. Come
I'm
on.
just looking at the schedule, man. I'm sorry, but yes. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to week 5, second match of season 5 of the Prophet, or week 4. My bad. Of season 5 of the Prophecy Cup. Tonight we have Rabid Raccoons versus
Versus
JBZ.
Twitch.tv/JBZ. Best
I
name
am not saying
in
that.
the in
That is such a
best
rough.
name in Prophecy Cup. All right.
But first game, we have JBZ on blue side, Rabid Raccoons on red. Pretty interesting narratives for both these teams. JBZ suffering a pretty heartbreaking defeat last week versus, I believe, Vortex. Um, while Rabid Raccoons finally picking up their first win.
Yep. So yeah, pretty heartbreaking. So hopefully they can pull it back in this match and pull out a win over Rabid
I mean,
Raccoons. But
if you saw how that game ended, I'm
yeah,
still kind of caught up on how that game ended.
yeah, I watched the end of it, and man, that was
Oh man,
that was rough. But here we
yeah.
are. We're getting in the
So
band
Tom
phase
Kench,
here.
first ban from JBZ. Uh, if I had talking about matchups first, Zinzao. I think Tom Kench, because Uklar plays a lot of Tom Kench, Zinzao is a pretty standard ban.
Right.
Um, Top lane, I'm actually really expectant of just a tank versus tank matchup. Beast Snake and Poseidon. I've not seen either of them play carries. I've seen Poseidon probably play Nautilus more than anything else. I've seen Beast Snake play Nautilus more than anything else. I think Poseidon plays a lot more.
Uh,
So
so it'll be interesting to see what they can what they pull out here.
pretty interesting on how the bans are going though. You see
Yeah.
2 support bans and a jungle ban, and then 2 jungle bans on the side of Raccoons. So Jabiz is definitely trying to target out the support quite a bit, but overall the jungle pool is getting really pinched, which is pretty expected. Jungle being such a volatile role.
Yeah. Right now, jungle is a pretty important role in the in uh all of league right now. So
And then Lucian being the last one taken off the table,
yeah.
just such a strong AD.
He did get hit with that nerf
Ooh,
today,
the
so
Talia was actually left
interesting.
up.
Yeah. Oh, we'll see Talia. Ooh, I'm excited. I like
Yeah, and
Talia.
that's almost certainly Talia jungle. Yasuo is actually a really interesting pick because it can go top or bot, and
Yeah.
there's also that synergy with Braum.
Braum
Now,
pick.
with a Braum pick, do you think we see a gold funneling strat? Because that's very possible.
Possibly. It's been becoming really popular, and me personally, not a fan of it, but I know it's
Beast
been
is getting off a pretty powerful draft at the moment, getting
yeah,
Talia and Kaisa.
and the Shen. Just another global presence with that shield, so just try and get around the
New
map as much as
Aatrox.
possible. Oh,
I would be shocked. No, I
oh,
would
no
be
way!
absolutely okay.
Oh, trolls.
No, because I was about to say, I've heard so many bad things about new Aatrox. I've heard people talk about like a 35% win rate, like stuff going all up and down around the board about how bad Aatrox is at the moment. And that's why they're like hotfix buffing him tomorrow.
Yeah, they needed to, because yeah, just new Aatrox
Also,
is
given the fact that like it's a recent rework and it's pretty much a new champion, would Aatrox even be enabled for Prophecy Cup?
what do you mean?
Because when there's a new champion, they're locked out for like 1 or 2 weeks. Because that's how it was done with Kaisa, or not Kaisa. Who's the most recent champion?
Uh,
Was it Kaisa?
I don't think it was Kaisa. Has there been a new one since? I believe there has been.
like the beginning of Prophecy Cup, I remember there was a champion that was locked out.
Go.
Well, anyway. Final two bans from JBZ are Ezreal Braum, and the other side pinching Charlie's mid lane pool of Orianna Talon. It looks like Rabid Raccoons have done their homework. Talon somewhat. Both of those, Orianna and Talon, are champions that Charlie pilots incredibly well. I'm actually really surprised, though, that you see an Evelynn pick. I don't know how Evelynn does versus Talia. All I understand is that Talia is a ridiculously strong pick at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But Raccoon's also picking something relatively strong, relatively okay to blind pick as a mid laner, and even flexing mid and top lane with Yasuo and Vladimir are pretty viable. But I would be surprised if I saw Beastnik on the Yasuo. I think he would do something better on something that can be a little more safe and recognize moments to go in, like the Vlad. But then again, so Twitch.tv/Jesus, not bad. Getting some really powerful picks in the meta, as it's understood. I think that's actually a Shen support given what this is.
Yes, probably.
Unless it's a Dr. Mundus. But yeah, so yeah, you have a Shen, not Talia, Shen, Kaisa bot, LeBlanc mid, Dr. Mundo top, and a Talia jungle. These are all pretty top tier picks. That's okay. So it is a Yasuo bot lane.
Yeah.
The Ornn gonna be for Beastnik. That's like I said, I'd be incredibly surprised if they put Beastnik on a carry.
Yeah, this is the new age of bot lane. Just no more AD carry. You're just throwing bruisers and.
Oh, okay. So they're running Yasuo mid.
Vlad bot. But yeah.
No, I mean it makes sense. I was just hoping for some spicy level 6 gameplay with the Yasuo Braum bot lane.
Too bad it's not gonna happen. But yeah,
I would believe more in a Yasuo Braum bot lane level 6 versus Kaisa Shen.
Yeah, it would. I mean, me first. I think it would make more sense because Yasuo Braum, really good combo there for level 6. But I think they just wanted to have that range instead of having 2 melees.
That's true. But then double melee can also be pretty insane with a relic shield.
True. So I think. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that bot lane goes. Oh, he switched to exhaust last second. Oh. All right.
Okay, so I guess we'll just talk about matchup top to bot. Dr. Mundo versus Ornn. Both of those tanks that are also kind of anti-tanks because Ornn has a lot of max health damage on his kit off of Bellows Breath and the Brittle passive, whereas Dr. Mundo's infected cleavers just do so much damage with the current health damage and burning agony, sadism, giving burst of AD, reducing CC as well.
Mm-hmm.
Both of those guys get incredibly tanky and can deal a lot of damage on their own.
Right.
So it'd be pretty interesting in my opinion to see how the matchup goes. In my opinion, it's very much at parity, but a lot of their damage is magic damage on both sides. So I think it's going to be a pretty big wet noodle fight in top lane as these tanks try to duke it out. Like I said, in the jungle, I have very little insight since jungle is probably my least played role.
Mm-hmm.
All I understand is that Talia is incredibly strong, especially, and I think anyone who's played solo queue at this point has experienced the terror of when a Talia hits 6 and she just cuts off your escape route in bot lane or top lane.
It's even before that because you if you're a good Talia and you know how to get around the map properly, she can get around the map so easily with her passive and just riding walls and getting ganks off really easily, and she's super strong and it's hard to stop her from ganking because she can just get even if you have vision of her on a ward, doesn't matter, she can come in so fast it's hard to deal with it. So it's a really strong pick for jungle. And it's I'm surprised they let that one get through.
I mean, I think you can juxtapose that with the Evelynn, where I think Evelyn does need to hit a certain level before she gets her invisibility, right?
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
like, Evelyn's on a timer, and if 1-2-3 can really pressure Evelyn early, or at least, if not pressure Evelyn early, just out pressure the lanes faster, then the Evelyn pick might not get anywhere. Now, for mid lane, LeBlanc Yasuo matchup, I think it's pretty dangerous for Yasuo because just LeBlanc using distortion and then her sigil, her Q, and her chains on her E, like those are just a lot of things that Yasuo has trouble dealing with if he doesn't have wind wall up. And wind wall, even when he does have it up, it's on such a long cooldown that after he uses it, you're probably hoping to land the knockup and get that level 6 fight. So it's kind of on Mad Life mid laner to outplay Charlie, or even for Charlie to outplay himself. Now, in the bot lane, you see Kaisa with TP, Vlad with TP, both champions take a bit to scale. I'd say that Vlad can hit a power spike faster than Kaisa can. Kaisa kind of gated by her items. But the Shen Braum matchup, I played a lot of both champions as supports. I gotta say, I kind of prefer the Shen in this situation because Vlad is not someone that's going to be proccing Braum's passive, his concussive blows, very much. Whereas Shen, like, not only does Shen have Ignite, so that's kill pressure, but he has Taunt. He can also block concussive blows procs with his Spear's Refuge, I believe. His W.
Alright, one second while I gotta fix up the stream here real quick.
Yeah, Spear's Refuge. I know abilities. Cool. Although Vladimir can play pretty safe with the Dark Seal, getting those potions down. Game start. Looks as though both teams are going for a standard 5-point. No invade shenanigans going on like we saw on Monday. Yep. Standard 5-point from both teams.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Yeah, just a normal 5-point. Nothing crazy. Everyone's just showing themselves to each other.
Yeah, just being cautionary of any shenanigans. At least that's what the 5-point is designed to do. Although, that does leave you vulnerable to 5-man stacks.
Right.
Okay, so standard starts coming out here from both teams. Nothing huge, nothing like surprising. I also gotta kind of like keep bragging on the Braum here because like Braum can give a really good leash when you have that auto attacking bot lane, and when you don't, it's kind of like the usefulness is a little more mitigated. Shen finding the Shadow Dash onto the Vladimir gets the passive procs for Kaisa. With Ignite, this could be first blood. Al flashes away, but I think the last Ignite proc is going to give first blood over to Sharkbait. Yeah, I mean that's a level 1 first blood.
That's a
feels bad. Man.
That is really feels bad. They use that TP to get back into the lane to try not to lose too much from that death, but that's really
awkward.
Yeah, that's rough.
Like completely, that is Alf just walking up, not being respectful of the Shen damage. Now in the jungle, in the Rift Herald / Baron pit, Kazehaya forced to flash out after Charlie threatens, but I don't think he had Ethereal Chains yet.
No,
he only had Distortion. and Sigil of Malice. So I'm not really sure if Kazuhaya had to walk it out, especially because he could have had Yasuo and Ornn collapse. But then again, early levels, you probably got to give it over to the LeBlanc and the Dr. Mundo rather than Ornn and Yasuo.
No matter what, I think LeBlanc does have LeBlanc and Dr. Mundo definitely probably do more there, but
like really awkward pathing from Kazuhaya to be caught out like that.
Yeah. But they forced out the flash, and now everybody's gonna be back on their merry way. I think Talia is looking for the spot lane gank here, so we're gonna.
I mean, in mid lane, you just see Charlie like, dance around Mad Life mid laner, get those ethereal chains procs, distortion behind him, get that anime line going. Ooh,
oh, we get a
Sharkbait finds Shadow Dash onto Braum now.
I knew it was coming.
That's dead. This is like Sharkbait. I mean, his name might be Sharkbait, but he's the one smelling blood in the water tonight.
Yeah.
Like, God, he's just going for those Shadow Dashes.
It was a max range Shadow Dash too.
Yeah, it actually looked like the taunt didn't land until it did.
Yeah, then the Talia gank followed up, so it was really really well played by Sharkbait there. So
and in top lane, we kind of see exactly what I expected. Just bit of a wet noodle fight going on here. I would say that Mundo has that advantage of being manaless, whereas Beast Snake on Ornn will have to rely on that corrupting potion and building sapphire crystals for mana sustain early on.
Right.
Although there you do see the damage from the brittle proc. So, and both of them I think have grasp of the undying. So really, just
they're just not gonna do anything to each other. It's just not gonna happen.
If you see a solo kill come out from either top laner, it's one of the top laners being stupid.
Yeah, that'll be surprising.
Uklar gets the revenge back interrupt. Things go down onto.
Yeah, they see that
onto
Shen, but they can't do
backs.
anything. Now, I want to say that the main matchup that I want to look at mostly in this game is probably going to be mid, but with so much going on bot lane, I kind of want to like keep my eye down there, just because like things are going to be happening down there a lot. I'm sure, especially since they're going to try and get that Kai'Sa some kills and funnel the most of the resources into her and try and get her fed.
You see that Alpha actually had to wait for the Aether Wisp.
Yeah.
Yeah, after he backed.
He's having a rough time over there.
Yeah, that's putting it pretty lightly.
He's not doing too bad in CS, I guess. I figured it'd probably be worse, but
I would say like Kai'Sa getting those 2 assists early means you roughly get a full kills gold, like that. So, looking at the gold differential, yeah, it's roughly a kill and then a little more, which is the farm, in T-Crank's favor here. And, just off of this recurve bow, T-Crank can just run pretty rampant on the Rabid Raccoons, quite ironically.
Yeah. Now you see this Talia is roaming around that the enemy jungle trying to find something mid lane, possibly going back bot. LeBlanc is also.
But she gets spotted out. You see the assist pings going on.
Yep. Oh, they just want the blue buff. That's all. That's all they want out of this. Oh.
Ooh, nice shadow dash from Sharkbait. Uklar
TP coming out from.
Charlie gets the ignite off. I think Uklar falls to it here. There goes the last proc. Ornn TP coming in. Sharkbait uses the Call of the Forge God, or dodges the Call of the Forge God with his flash over the wall.
Yeah, so Braum just getting caught out by the Shen there, ultimately going down.
You actually see that Poseidon channeled TP as well, but he canceled.
Yeah, he figured the fight was going to end, so.
Ooh, Beast Snake unfortunately misses the Searing Charge knockup onto Charlie, but Charlie also does not have flash any longer.
Yep, now this Ornn's still going to be sitting around mid. He's probably going to try and walk his little butt back up top lane.
His goat god butt.
His little goat god butt all the way up top. Evelyn's
Lauren
gonna
is
walk up
actually
there.
best girl confirmed.
Yeah. Evelyn's gonna be topside as well. Possibly trying to do something. But they're more than likely he's not gonna do anything. And yeah, Mundo's just gonna back and look at what items he can buy. He did get a lot of pressure down on that top lane turret though, as it's about 1/4 HP left. So
such as things are, like, top lane is at parity, jungle roughly 500 gold ahead, and this is all in the favor of JBZ. Mid lane roughly 200 gold, bot lane roughly AD roughly 500, support roughly 400. So,
You know, all those little micro advantages. You see that JBZ is roughly 1.5k gold lead pretty early on. If this were LCS, that would be like you'd be like 1.5k this early. My goodness.
yeah.
But hey, we're Prophecy Cup. Oh, Talia Weaver's wall comes in to gank on the Ornn. But wait,
Oh, good flash
Beast-
out from Beast Snake
wait.
there.
Beast Snake could have just searing charged the Weaver's wall.
Oh, you're right. Huh.
That's a really like maybe he didn't want to wait and risk Talia interrupting him.
Yeah, maybe. I think he just
still.
wanted to take the safe route and just flash over it just in case. Like, he just didn't want to try and get caught by anything else. And
Where's the manliness? Where's the I have searing charge?
Ornn's a
I'm
manly
disappointed.
champion. Why are you flashing? Alright, a lot of poke back and forth bot lane.
Winter's Bite.
Madlife mid laner trying to shove the wave in, get LeBlanc, like make LeBlanc have the problem that she always does, which is roaming or which is farming.
Ooh, Talia and
Now,
Evelyn
1, 2,
both
3
bot lane.
finds here in bot lane, but counter gank comes in for Kazehaya. Glacial Fissure onto Sharkbait. T-Crank forced to get out. Alf trying to get away, Ignite ticking down on him. Now Sharkbait, concussive blows stacks pop, but nothing comes out of it. Alf barely survives the full Ignite.
Alf had a really good flash out there because he really got caught in the middle of all of that. Especially after that.
Ooh, Kazehaya about to get bursted down. Charlie doesn't find the kill though.
Oof.
It's a good roam.
That was a good
There's ethereal
LeBlanc roam
chains
for
land.
sure.
I think if there's ethereal chains land, Kazehaya dies.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
it looks like JBZ is just going to call for first tower down here in bot lane. And I think they're going to get it.
Yeah, they're
There's
gonna
no
get
way
it for
that
sure.
Uklar can contest. They get the total local gold funneled onto T-Crank.
Ooh. No, Madlife mid laner did just did get a little more damage down on Charlie Smells, but he's not gonna be able to get him. It's LeBlanc.
Pretty interesting that he builds smart and goes for that Hex Drinker, unlike all my solo queue Yasuo.
Well, you know, solo key Yasuos are notorious for being garbage.
Yeah, I actually had a Yasuo, I think like last week, and I looked him up. He had like a 37.5% win rate on Yasuo.
That's a normal win rate.
And then he's playing mid. He locked in Smite Ghost.
Oh gosh.
No, it was Smite Heal. That's all I remember. It was Smite Heal.
Oh.
And he was like, I will carry.
I
And
feel sorry for your elo.
my MMR is terrible. Like, I'm gonna admit that right now. My gold 5 MMR is probably like roughly silver 1, silver 2 because of games like that.
Oh man.
But anyway, you see that Evelyn
is
looking
about
for the kill onto 1, 2, 3
destroy
here.
1, 2, 3.
Gets the smite off for the gets the smite, steals the Gromp, looking to get the kill.
Yep.
There it is with the electrocute proc.
Easy.
Sharkbait channels his ultimate onto Charlie rather than using it for his jungler. I wonder what happened there.
Oh,
Probably a bit of miscommunication.
Kazehaya.
Kazehaya gonna drop the Charlie here.
Oh, why did Beast Snake walk
Now
down
Beast Snake
there?
trying to help out. Like he's obviously, I think he's trying to help his teammate out, but he's
Yeah.
gonna die for it.
He's definitely
Looks like
gonna.
the gold's trying to get funneled onto. Ooh.
Oh, they gave it to Shen.
Well, I think
Sharkbait.
they wanted it onto Charlie or to Mundo.
I think they were trying to give it to
Rough
Josidon,
shots.
but he didn't take it, and then because Charlie Smells backed off to
Yeah.
let them have it, but I don't know.
you know, it's whatever.
It's
I mean,
whatever.
kill's a kill.
The goal, yeah, the kill goes to somebody. So as long,
I
yeah.
mean, now now JBZ is roughly at a 3k gold lead, 13 minutes into the game.
Ooh.
This is really hard.
B-Snake has to TP back on that last minion in the lane just so he can save his turret.
I'm not sure if that's necessary though.
Probably not, but he wanted to save his turret or save some more
Sure.
damage on it.
Charlie finds Ethereal Chains, procced onto Uklar there.
Ooh,
Uklar flashes away from Seismic Shove.
so close on that seismic shove.
Now JBZ is looking for the Cloud Drake here. Cloud Drake, yeah, pretty darn good on their team composition with Shen looking for taunts, LeBlanc looking for roams and dashes.
Talia with the wall riding, you know, all that stuff with the speed helps a lot for JBZ.
They are the fast.
They are very fast. They want to be speedy. Now you see Rabid Raccoons are voting to go for
Weaver's
this
Wall?
Rift Herald.
I'm not really sure what that Weaver's Wall was meant to do from 1, 2, 3 there. But as you said, Rabid Raccoons looking for the Rift Herald grab. Looks like they're going to get it completely uncontested here.
Yeah. JBZ just wasn't in a position to do anything. But
Searing Charge gets the knock up onto Josidon.
yeah. T-Crank is gonna get this hard push down on bot. So that's gonna be good for them.
Yeah, ping from Alf to respond.
Yeah, so a lot of bodies up in the top lane area.
Doesn't look like they're committing for it though.
Yeah. I
I
think
think
they're
they're
gonna
more concerned about mid lane tower. Charlie has to flash away from the Steel Tempest and Sweeping Blade combo from Madlife.
I'd be, if I was Charlie right here, I don't know if I'd be. Oh, I see why. Okay. Yeah, he was.
I don't think it's a bad idea, but he did take a fair bit of damage and doesn't have a lot of mana.
Yeah, I see. He was trying to bait out the Yasuo.
Yeah, the
into
overcommit.
this- Yeah, and then Braum was there to back him up, so they just kind of backed off that one.
Beastnik just sitting under tower here because he's trying to keep it alive as long as possible. Sharkbait finds Kazehaya sitting in that bush.
Little sneaker boy. She's trying to be sneaky.
Evelyn, the sneaky girl.
Sneaky. But overall right now, JBZ at this 2.7k gold lead. Looking pretty nice. Kazehaya is coming.
Knocked up by the Searing Charge, flashes away from Kazehaya, and to disallow any opportunity for the Charm to proc.
Yeah, that's just a really hard game.
Rift Herald here.
Oh, Kazehaya
taking a bit of damage, but Braum is just here. Now the Rift Herald's going to proc onto the tower, look to get the damage down onto it. Looks like it's going to fall, the tower doesn't go down. Pretty awkward use of Rift Herald in this situation. Yes, you have the members, but we don't quite have the damage to come through.
Oh my god, Uklar got caught.
It's a really strong Seismic Shove combo from 1, 2, 3. Kills Uklar. Forces the rest of Rabid Raccoons to run away.
They're gonna search for this kill on
Wow,
Alf.
finds a pretty decent Hemo Plague, but the Ignite goes down.
Oh my!
Double Dado Dash taunt onto Beastsnake and Alf as they both, or as Alf drops. Beastsnake soon to follow.
Oh.
There's T-Crank finding the ultimate.
That was a
really down. Kazehaya finds the return kill onto Talia.
Really good Shen taunt by the on Sharkbait. He got the double Shen taunt onto
Yeah, it was max range.
Yeah, max range. That was really well played by him.
Sharkbait playing a pretty insane game at the moment. Madlife mid laner probably going to take the tower here. Definitely going to get the kill now as the Ignite goes down. Awkward from Josidon to TP there.
Yeah.
When he doesn't have ultimate?
No.
I
I
don't fully understand why
Me either.
he does that TP.
Me either. I don't know, but he did it. So now Madlife mid laner did respond with the mid lane outer turret, so they at least got some gold back from that, I guess.
Yeah, the gold differential remains at 3k, just as it was a few minutes ago. Not bad at all by any means.
Yeah.
But you gotta wonder,
Huh?
Usually when you use Rift Herald, you are assuring yourself one tower. They couldn't even get one out of that.
So Elf just TP'd mid from bot lane to try and mitigate some
Maybe he wanted
damage
to
from
save the mid tower, but the mid tower is really healthy. I don't think he needed to, like, especially with his teammates coming in there.
Yeah, his teammates were coming from base and they were already at like tier 2 turrets. I don't understand why he would use
TPs
that.
in, yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many uses you're gonna get out of a TP at this point in the game for Vlad, but I don't know.
I gotta
if
say,
that
Rabid
was
Raccoons are really playing around Vision in the Baron Pit area.
Yeah, they want to try and get an early, or trying to get vision control over the Baron early, so they can possibly try and sneak one out. But I don't think JBZ
Long
will let that
distortion
happen.
finds Braum, Ethereal Chain sticking down, but Unbreakable stops the damage from continuing.
T-Crank's gonna
Now
go for this.
T-Crank forces Uklar's flash over the wall there.
Yeah,
For
so
damage onto mid tower. Doesn't look like anything's gonna come from it.
I think after a couple more pushes, they might just, or after this wave, they might just try and shove this mid lane down.
Mad Life mid laner might be doing more of a split push game at the moment. He's definitely out rotating that. Weaver's Wall stops Beast Snake. Beast Snake, Searing Charge. Do it! There you go!
Yeah,
Yes!
that's how you use
Horns a
it.
manly champion. Call the Forge God comes down as Beast Snake finds it onto 2. Shen and Kaisa take the emo plague. I think Sharkbait absolutely falls here.
Yeah,
As T-Crank gets out, Charlie tries to find the response and save the bottom lane outer turret, but I don't think he can do it after the distortion. And the rest of the damage gets windwalled.
yeah. Kazuhaya almost got a solo kill off to the side on the 1-2-3. Uklar might just
Ooh.
barely missed him.
Charlie looks like he's getting out. Yep.
Man. But yeah, he almost got the solo kill onto 1-2-3 on the side of that fight there. Just unfortunate that he wasn't able to finish that kill off there.
So Cloud Drake is up. Looks like
Looks like
Midlaner starts it up.
Rabid
Kazuhaya has the charm onto T-Crank. He's pretty scared. Shen ultimate coming in. There's no way they can keep stopping the DPS. Finds the Shadow Dash taunt onto Mad Life mid laner. Uglar ticking down as he's also the as his burning agony.
Breathe.
No, I was thinking like, what's the ability name? Burning agony. I always get caught up.
Burning agony. So yeah, that's 2 kills down on Rabid Raccoons. Shadow Dash or Sharkbait Shadow Dashes this game have been on point. They really have.
Yeah.
He's been catching so many people out with that.
Looks like JBZ wants to get this early Baron. 21 minutes in.
So
This Baron just spawned. He's a young boy.
very young, very easily killable. Oh
Charlie
my
finds
god!
a kill onto Kazuhaya.
Immediate one shot on the side on Kazuhaya
Oh my
from
goodness.
Charlie Smells. Yeah, and we were just talking about how Rabid Raccoons really wanted to get some vision control down onto this Baron area, and then after just a couple kills,
After losing the fight near the dragon, JBZ immediately rotate to Baron, and Rabid Raccoons just
Don't do anything.
yeah, and then
Especially after Kazuhaya gets popped.
you saw Kazuhaya. He really wanted to try and get in there and steal, and Charlie Smells just deleted
I
him.
mean, like, I'm pretty sure the play for Kazuhaya is like flash over, try to get a smite steal and ult out.
Mm-hmm.
But man, he was not even given a chance.
Not at all. So, I think now they're probably gonna send this send Josidon bot lane split push. Because I don't think at the moment anybody can really deal with Josidon's push alongside Baron buff minions. So they're just gonna send him onto the side and let.
Well, I mean, Mad Life mid laner probably the only person who can.
Yeah, I think at this point Josidon's so tanky, he could possibly.
Ooh, Charlie looking for the assassinate onto Braum. Searing Charge doesn't find anything. Ignite ticking down. Probably. Ooh,
Oh, he got him.
Gets him.
Wow.
Mad Life mid laner having some serious trouble continuing to clear out this wave. Weaver's Wall comes down to bot lane to cut him off. Charlie continuing to poke over the wall as B-Snake keeps missing those searing charges. Poseidon probably just gonna smack the tower down.
Yep.
Kazehaya finds it. Oh, but T-Crank thought he had heal and instead channeled TP onto a minion.
the new A's.
Oh, Poseidon flashes over the wall, gets the sadism kill.
Ooh. Alf really close to going down there. Just got a really nice flash at the end there to save himself. But yeah, really funny TP there from T-Crank. Yeah.
That's a good Steel Tempest.
Oh
tornado,
boy.
I don't think there's anything that, you know.
Oh my goodness.
Kazehaya possibly about to get popped, but he's able to do the damage himself and stay alive.
Yep. So Charlie Smells really strong right now on this LeBlanc, showing how strong that champion is. Might cause for a ban next game. We'll see.
Yeah, but they threw 2 bans at Charlie this game.
True.
The Orianna and the Talon. Like, do you want to throw out another ban and then leave something like a Talia up again?
I don't. It's hard to say, man.
If Charlie is just doing so well on mid here, that you can't ban him out. You know, they might have Mad Life mid laner, but Charlie Smells is actually Faker's account.
Faker Smurf.
Faker and a Smurf poggers. Anyhow.
Yeah. So again, they're gonna. I think they might try and do a 1-3-1 here on the side of JBZ. Like I said, Poseidon just can't really be dealt with on this split push. Even Mad Life mid laner could barely deal with it.
Combo onto B-Snake, searing charge away. Poseidon wants to smack Alf with the chair. Big Macho Man Mundo. Anyhow.
And he missed. He missed the last one he needed.
Weaver's Wall, B-Snake, searing charge into there. Gives his team a chance, and gives him an opportunity. Ooh, gets taunted up so he can't throw the Call of the Forge God back out. T-Crank gets knocked up by the Steel Tempest Tornado. Nothing comes out of it because there's no follow-up for his team. Now Sharkbait getting caught out by Kazehaya, but he's able to survive.
Kazehaya gets blown up on the side.
Charlie walking a bit far forward, gets knocked up, but looks like Mad Life mid laner and Alf won't commit. Now Uklar gonna fall to the Burning Agony and gets the auto attack kill. Alf getting chased down in his own base, forced to pull.
Oh man, this is gonna be
this might be very fast end.
Yeah,
possibly. But you do see that the rest of JBZ have pretty low health bars. With a good Steel Tempest, Yasuo could possibly save it all. No, never mind. This game is probably.
If Mad Life mid laner would have went on, yeah, it's over there. But if Mad Life mid laner would have possibly, or would have went on, or ulted on the T-Crank, he might have been able to do something, but I don't know.
Pretty dominant game. 11.5k gold lead, 26-11 on the clock. Jesus. Beating the bejesus out of everyone.
Yeah, that was quick, and they showed dominance all game long.
So, taking a look at the damage graph, yeah, Charlie just doing insane amounts of damage on that LeBlanc, finding those key moments to burst down members of Rabid Raccoons, especially around Baron, finding Kazehaya like that, reducing the chance for a steal down to 0. But I really gotta throw my hat to Sharkbait here. He had so many good taunts. Especially that level 1. Like, that level 1 kind of sealed Vladimir's fate in bottom lane.
Yes. Yeah, him dying that early and then dying to that Talia gank afterwards as well really hurt them in that early game. And then it just kind of just set them forward. And they just definitely capitalized on that that advantage in that bot lane.
mean, I gotta say, I kind of feel like JBZ might have won the game in Champs Select, getting the Talia, like Charlie being able to play LeBlanc. Dr. Mundo also going through. There's just so many spots where, not like Kaisa as well. It's almost as though Rabid Raccoons just let the entire draft go, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, that was they let a lot of questionable champions through in that ban phase, but even still, they banned out like you said earlier. They banned out Charlie Smells mid laners, and he got LeBlanc, and he showed how strong he is on LeBlanc.
Oh, don't forget about the tournament code.
Oh yeah. So like, what do they do? What do you do about that?
I mean, I will say that 1-2-3 definitely played the Talia out just fine. Like, if I had to comment on anything, I would say that the pick ban phase went incredibly poorly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Talia is like an insta ban. Kaisa, like, I don't think Kaisa is necessarily OP, but she definitely has that scaling. Once again, I did rag on the Braum pick. I think they might have picked Braum because Sharkbait plays a lot of Braum. And just because someone plays a lot of one champion doesn't mean it's the only champion.
Right.
So if I were to talk about adjustments as far as this game is concerned, or this match is concerned, I would not ban Talon.
Yeah, I think they can do without the Talon ban as well.
Like, I would leave Talon open, and I'd like maybe adjust ban LeBlanc or Talia. Because I think Mad Life mid laner, for the most part, held his own against Charlie in the laning phase.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, go ahead. Let Charlie have Talon, take LeBlanc off the board, remove the Xin Zhao ban and ban Talia instead. And I think they're in a way better spot than they were.
Yeah, so going into game 2 here, we will see if Rabid Raccoons will make those adjustments to see, and we'll see if they can try and do better in that early game. Hopefully not get level 1 killed again. But
In the bottom lane.
yeah, but we'll see.
I mean, once again, to be fair, max range taunt, like, gosh, like, I don't think there's anything that Uklar could have done in that situation when you get a max range taunt onto the Vladimir. I do think that the Ignite wasn't fully necessary, or the Exhaust wasn't fully necessary on Uklar. You probably could have just gone Ignite for the counter kill pressure. But let's see how the bans get adjusted. The Snake, taking some time. First ban is Nocturne.
Really thinking about this one.
I mean, if Kazuhaya can play Talia, maybe they want to leave it up. Maybe as blue side, you don't really care about banning Talia, and that's probably how it should be done. But if Kazuhaya can't play it, I think it's really dangerous to leave that up.
Right.
Snake?
The warrior spirit is never broken.
Xin Zhao again being banned out here. So trying to pinch the jungle pool, now Rakan taking off the table for the Clark. Someone he performs really well on. And I will say Uklar didn't have a great showing on Braum. So, potentially pinching the support pool here seems to be working out pretty well for JBZ.
Yeah. Uh,
You wouldn't last a day in the void.
oh,
There's a Kaisa ban. There's
Kaisa.
an adjustment.
now I
Now-
can see that being a good ban there.
You don't have the heart.
Does JBZ ban Talia? They ban Lucian.
Ban Lucian.
So they're daring Rabid Raccoons to pick Talia.
We dare you. We have the counter pick
Oh,
ready.
Rabid Raccoons just go for the Graves instead. But seriously, leaving out Talia, pretty bad idea. No pun intended.
I don't necessarily like the leaving the Graves up there, but
No,
Or-
I agree.
or leaving Talia up rather than taking Graves. But
Ezreal?
Ezreal, Ezreal.
Definitely something that's pickable. Ezreal Shen. Interesting bottom lane coming out, especially because, Sharkbait does have Braum available, and Braum Ezreal is a pretty strong, combo bot lane.
Yeah, but Shark
And they don't have to worry about picking jungle because they already know what the jungle pick is here. So they go for what they deem a strong bot lane.
Sharkbait Shadow Dash's last game were on point, so I'm not upset to see the Shin again. I'm really not. I'm
Well,
okay
here's
with
an
it.
adjustment from Uklar.
Yeah, that's better. That's better than the Braum pick, I believe. Really helps against the Shen since I think just Morgana in general as a support right now is just really, really strong against most supports. So Morgana's just so strong. I just can't stand that champion. I really can't.
No, I agree.
So, ooh, Beast Snakes. Practical. One trick in the Prophecy Cup, the Nautilus. I mean, I have talked so much about how much of a fan I am.
I know,
Nautilus,
yeah,
so I'll
yeah.
I'll just stop.
Remember the last time I casted with you, you were talking about it. So
No, the Beast Snake was performing well with it.
yeah, he was. And the Mundo pick again.
Okay, I'm gonna say right now, this is not a good idea. Like, that's not good for Nautilus in the slightest. You want the Ornn in this situation. Like, Nautilus can push waves, he can do damage. Once Dr. Mundo stacks some MR, and especially because they gave him passive MR off of Burning Agony, this is not a good matchup for a Nautilus.
Yeah, it'll be
unless-
rough up there. Oh,
Unless Beast Snake can like fight really early. Well, there's another adjustment, man. Yasuo getting banned.
Yasuo banned.
Respect.
It's a Mad Life mid laner.
Respecting his split push because they knew they could. It was strong until they got that Baron, and then they just sent Joe Sidon on the side, and they were like, all right, you go ahead, do your thing.
Clear this. 3 bans on mid lane overall here. Yasuo, but now Orianna's up.
They can't ban it all unless they could have, but they decided not to. I'm surprised they left Talia up again too. But I mean,
It's Uklar, not Uklar. I'm sorry. I mean,
Camille pick for jungle here.
I mean, it might be Uklar, not Uklar, but all I have to say is ooh every single time he does.
Ooh, ooh, Uklar. See, it doesn't sound the same, man. You gotta say
Yeah.
ooh, Uklar.
Cassiopeia pick.
This pick, man.
Now that's ambitious.
This is getting spicy.
Especially a blind pick Cassiopeia. I agree with you. That's spicy.
Spicing things up. No way.
Mordekaiser.
No way. Nah.
I
this
mean,
is
with the
trolling.
Morgana.
This is trolling. They're troll. Okay. That's more.
Okay.
That's better.
Tristana got hit pretty hard by the ADC itemization changes. Got a pretty substantial buff on the charge, or explosive charge, or E.
Yeah.
But-
Okay. All right.
There's
would this-
no way this is a Talia mid pick.
They're picking something else. They have to. What?
What?
Okay. Alright.
Charlie.
I like these teams, man.
Charlie saying he can pilot Talia mid, even though.
These are my favorite people. I like.
I
Oh,
mean,
look at him flexing it. Look at it.
Oh, is this okay? Come on, don't play with my
They're
heartstrings. here, guys.
trolling. They're trolling. I don't like them playing with me like this.
I would be so flabbergasted if it was actually a Camille.
It could be Camille mid. You never know. They do flex Irelia mid all the time. So, I mean,
Yeah,
Camille
but
could be the
Aurelia
same.
works for different reasons. Camille isn't an Aurelia.
True. Are they going to do it? Will they do it? No, they're not going to do it.
Okay,
Aww.
So I talked about the top lane matchup. Jungle matchup. I don't think Camille can quite fight Graves early on, but
No.
she can have good early ganks.
Yeah. That's Camille's main thing is, like, she's going to try and get ganks early. She's not trying to duel Graves.
But the two things I have to scratch my head at the most are this mid and bot lane matchups. Like, it's so ambitious to play Talia mid at the moment. Like, you know, her wave clear mechanic got so severely reduced into a Cassiopeia, right?
Mhm.
Cassiopeia has the heal. So it's going to be pretty safe for the Talia. Talia, like, her shards got reduced to single target damage. Like, you know, she works in the jungle because that single target damage works out pretty well. But in mid lane, you know, you have to be able to wave clear, and you know, Talia being this roaming champion who's able to use Weaver's Wall to cut off escapes to transport herself as fast as possible. If the wave gets shoved into you constantly, either you sacrifice golden experience for a roam, or you stay in lane the whole time and you severely reduce the reason you made the pick in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
As for the bot lane, like I said, Tristana did get hit pretty hard. The only buff that she got this patch was the explosive charge changes to buff the AD ratio, which makes her take, you know, towers faster, makes her do more damage overall to champions or minions or whatnot, or whatever she places the charge onto.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, I disagree with Uklar to take the exhaust again. Ezreal is not someone that Morgana will realistically be in the range of to use exhaust on unless you land a dark bind.
I think Uklar mostly picked up exhaust for the possible Camille ganks. Other than that, I don't see why you would take exhaust in that scenario. But that's the only way I could see it working is if you're you know you get ganked by Camille early, you exhaust
but that's
her.
worrying. That's pretty much like saying I'm worried about getting camp.
Yeah.
And okay, so maybe that's a little more reasonable because can you see like the Camille go for a gank in the top lane there against such a tanky target?
No.
No. And Camille's gank paths are kind of limited in mid lane. Sure. So, but that's still not to say that 1-2-3 is actually going to gank bot lane a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did he gank bot lane last game on Talia? Yeah, but he ganked pretty much every lane on the Talia. It's just that the most effective ganks were in bot lane because, you know, squishies. Braum is not tanky early on.
Right.
I will see how it goes. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I think Alf made a huge mistake going Fleet Footwork.
He went.
Fleet Footwork is such a bad mastery on range champions. And yes, you can talk about the 20% movement speed haste you get, sure.
Right.
But the healing that, you know, people take Fleet Footwork for is bad now. Okay, it's just bad. because it's 3 to 60, and sure, it's increased by bonus AD, and Tristana doesn't build any AP, so it's increased by like what 30% bonus AD.
Yep.
Will the heal be a little more substantial as time, like you get to late game? Yes, but it's 20% effectiveness on minions. So, tell me, what is 20% of 3 plus whatever bonus AD you have going to do for you early on? Especially when Tristana gets a damage buff, you have a Morgana support, just take PTA. Or take lethal tempo.
Yeah. Press the attack just seems too good to not take.
Yeah, right now. I seriously disagree with Al's choice of rune, or of Keystone rune here. So, pretty standard starts again.
Yeah.
Saw Ezreal throw out a few Mystic shots.
No crazy
Hit
stuff.
Uclar.
He just wanted to take. He just wanted to hit him a couple times, let him know he's there.
Camera jumping around quite a bit as the action gets started.
Oh yeah.
So you see junglers actually start on the same sides here.
I'm looking at this Camille because he's floating around mid lane.
Do you see the all chat right now?
What's that?
Did you see the all chat where it's Sharkbait misses his first shadow dash? No, because like I saw somebody say plug walk. I don't understand what that means.
Plug walk?
Yeah, like Graves actually had to back after his first camp. He didn't even get his blue buff. Graves is still level 1. Look at that.
Wait, how?
What happened?
What happened?
Here, I'm gonna jump back and double check.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't. What? Why was he not able to do his blue? Was maybe because he saw
Beast Snake barely gave a leash.
he didn't even do his blue, regardless.
No, I'm looking at this like Beast Snake barely gave a leash, and then Graves walked away. From blue buff.
Interesting. Oh, T-Crank is getting jumped on bot lane by this. Oh, good flash out by Sharkbait there. Yeah, good gank by Kazuhaya coming in that bot lane. They were pushed up a little far.
Yeah, there's level 2 gank. 1, 2, 3 also burned his flash there.
Oh!
Kazuhaya. But now he's like you see now Kazuhaya is down a level. Camille. Oh, Sharkbait misses the shadow dash, but it doesn't look like it matters. Our Uclar rather falls to 1, 2, 3.
So I was reading chat. Chat says he only started with a refill. He didn't buy a machete.
Oh, that's what happened. Okay. Yeah,
That's rough.
I mean, even then, do you forego taking your blue buff in that case?
I mean, it's a little harder. Yeah, I'm sure you
Like,
probably.
with a leash, I feel like you can just take it. Like, yes, you won't hit level 2, but
Yeah, but it also puts your top laner back a little bit. So
that's true. So I guess it's a smarter decision.
Yeah, he was able to get a decent gank off bot lane afterwards with it.
Yeah,
So.
it was definitely a decent gank. Forced the flash out of Sharkbait and 1, 2, 3, but like really awkward.
Yeah. Really awkward indeed. I know he's right. He probably let his team know after that. After noticing that, it was just kind of like, dang.
But yeah, after that back, you see that T-Crank is able to buy his tier. Alf just got a dagger.
Yep.
I mean, I know the tier is not a non-offensive item, but it's really important, and it's also pretty expensive. Like 850 gold.
Yeah, it's a pretty expensive one.
Ooh, finds the Dark Binding onto Ezreal. Sharkbait uses Shadow Dash forward, doesn't find it onto Uclar.
Yep. So, 1, 2, 3 is just gonna walk through mid. No cares in the world. Just gonna walk right through there.
So yeah, like given the fact that he didn't start Machete, Graves just like 4 CS behind.
Yeah.
Uh,
There's a power
Talia,
farm champion there. He doesn't need a machete.
He has a shotgun. What was a machete?
Yeah, what's a machete gonna do? I got a shotgun.
Ooh, max range Dark Binding from Uklar onto Sharkbait. You know, maybe it's the tail of support CC, like in this series.
Yeah, Sharkbait's gonna have a little harder
Poseidon
time.
looking for some damage with a bit of a trade down.
Oh no!
Charlie just a bit late. Now 1, 2, 3 is kind of stuck here. Misses hookshot to get away, but looks like he'll be fine. But yeah, that's just Kazehaya. Like, Kazehaya, in regards to the pick here, Graves just does so much damage overall. I think he gets pretty pressured out to... Or 1, 2, 3 gets pretty pressured out just by Graves' damage. Snake taking a bit of damage. She's starting to run low on mana. Get harassed out by just Poseidon here.
I like how he switches skins too. I like that. I just noticed that.
Mundo.
Yeah. I don't know. I've always just been a fan of like all of Mundo's just like super trolled skins.
Mundo.
Yeah. So yeah,
yeah, so pretty... Ooh, so... Beast Snake's actually roughly a wave behind, because I guess the tower took down a lot of that CS and he didn't get it. He's getting pretty pressured. Like I said, the Dr. Mundo is just going to start stacking MR, and there's very little the Nautilus can do.
Yeah.
In the face of that damage.
Yeah, he's gonna start losing. He's gonna start losing. Poke 1v1. Oh man! Snake.
He wanted to stagger the back, but hooked him in. Dead.
That feels bad right there. Yeah, but yeah, he's gonna start having a rough time dealing with this Mundo and fights. Just they're probably not gonna kill each other, but Beast Snake's definitely gonna have a harder time once now he has his Spectre's Cowl, so it's gonna be hard for him to deal with that.
He'll definitely be happy to fight, like try to take a trade against Beast Snake now. Spectre's Cowl and a Null Magic Mantle.
Yeah, he really just doesn't want Beast Snake to do anything.
Charlie looking for the gang. Mad Life mid laner flashes away. Ooh, takes so much damage. But Charlie also getting bursted down pretty hard. Smoke grenade forces an instant flash. Graves and collateral damage doesn't find anything.
A lot of abilities just barely missing in that little scuffle there.
That is a good flash from Mad Life
yeah.
Into a decent ultimate to find Charlie. Ooh,
he found him again.
Finds the gank. But now it's 1, 2, 3 that's caught out. Forced to use Hextech Ultimatum, doesn't get anything out of it. Falling.
Really good bait in there by Mad Life or mid lane Mad Life mid laner. I'm gonna get that right. I swear.
Mid lane Mad Lifer.
Yeah, I know. It's a tongue twister for me. But yeah.
So much M's.
Mad Life mid laner. Really good bait. He knew the Camille would probably still be sticking around, so he sat there.
Good roam on Beast Snake's part too.
Yeah, it was. Knew he was gonna be there, and he decided to have his teammates there to help him out.
Oh, now Sharkbait. Go too far forward. You forced to use a Shadow Dash out. But seems like he'll be fine as he dodges the Dark Binding. Just this wet noodle fighting top lane.
Yeah, it's just gonna keep happening.
They're slapping each other around.
The unfortunate thing is, though, Poseidon doesn't have mana, so he can just keep going.
He can stay in lane. His resource is his health bar.
Yeah. So he got no problem staying. It's Beast Snake.
Hey, but Beast Snake has red buff, man.
Oh, he does. Ooh. Too bad he's low on mana, so he can't.
He doesn't. Okay, so he doesn't need to back because he has red buff for health. The problem is he's running really low on mana, like you said.
So, Yeah, so Silence is gonna stay in this lane. He's gonna continuously push this. He's gonna make it. He's gonna make Beast Snake continue to decide whether he's gonna stay, and with no mana and deal with this, or he's gonna back and yeah. But he's just gonna keep staying because like he doesn't want to let his turret take too much damage while he's back. So
I gotta say, pretty good on Charlie here to find hook
oh
shot.
my goodness!
Ooh, now Stand United gets channeled from Shen onto 1-2-3, saving his teammate's life.
Really good
Finishes the support quest too. As the star
he
pops
did.
over his head.
Yeah, he did. Save teammate.
Hey, no, it was actually 1-2. Yeah, gold star, good ulti Shen.
Yeah, 1-2-3
True
get
support.
caught out there. Really, the Stand United is just so good for global presence. Like it helps so much to have that in the top lane support wherever it's at. It's just good to have because without it, 1-2-3 was definitely a goner there. He got caught way too far up. And that.
Well, they thought they could take it. They didn't realize that Aklar was.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess he didn't know. He didn't know they were there. So, but
T-Crank using that Rising Spell Force passive to get the auto attacks off. It actually has a pretty sizable CS lead over the Tristana, probably because of Explosive Charge passive. Killing the minions a bit too well.
The unfortunate ability of Tristana.
That's why double liftates her, man.
Oh.
X-Tech Ultimatum goes down. Kazahaya is locked in.
Kazahaya
Damage kill goes over to Charlie Smells, throwing the rock into Graves' face.
That is going to be a Rift Herald for JBZ. Yeah. Really unfortunate positioning there for Graves.
Ooh, T-Crank taking a lot of damage. Explosive Charge goes down onto him after he eats the Dark Binding.
Ooh.
Now Charlie Smells in a bit of trouble here.
If Madlab Midlaner would
Bait.
have hit that Q, he would have definitely been able to probably kill him there.
Aklar, Ignite ticking down. Doesn't look like it's going to get anything. Sharkbait found a really good Shadow Dash, but the damage just wasn't there from T-Crank as he got blocked.
I think Sharkbait might try and go for a
Flash Shadow time.
Yeah.
Well, like here's the thing. Alpha is low. You know that Aklar is backing. The thing that they don't know is that Graves is bot side.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that they want to get this dive onto Alf.
Yep, they're looking
Alf
for it.
stays near the
But
turret.
they see Kazahaya
they
is
see the
there.
Graves.
They're gonna back off.
It's a good ward. Cassiopeia already got that Archangel staff going for her.
Nice. Yeah, they're CSing very well in that mid lane. Not too much action going on there, other than the possible kill Mad Life mid laner could have gotten onto Charlie Smells, but he missed. So, oh, and they're gonna send.
There's the pop of the Rift Herald in mid lane.
They
Probably gonna get the cower here.
no, it doesn't have enough health.
Barely, just not. Man, these Rift Herald usages. Jesus.
Yeah,
Rabid
really-
Raccoons.
Yeah, really weird. They sent it from the back
Yeah,
of
you
the
can
turret.
sit on Rift Herald for a while, you know. Like you don't have to use it.
Yeah. I think they wanted. I think what their plan possibly was
Just to
is
just have them take it.
Yeah, have them
the
take
response
mid.
from Rabid Raccoons.
Right, have JBZ take mid and then open up the map so that Talia can roam, so that Camille can get around the map.
I mean, it's a bit delayed. I agree with you. That's probably what they wanted to do.
Yeah, it just didn't work out that way, seeing as Rift Herald died so early. T-Crank is really getting some poke down on
I mean,
Alf
really
there.
aggressive of him to shift forward like that.
Oh my
Ooh, lots of damage
goodness!
goes on to Mad Life mid laner after combo.
Oh, he's dead. Yeah, yeah.
1-2-3 says thank you to his teammate, so he gets the sweep for the kill.
That combo was insane damage there. From
Yeah, that was
Charlie Smells.
man. I didn't know the reptiles were countered by ground type moves.
He doesn't even have too much damage built yet. That's the crazy part about it.
What I would say though is that it's the fact that those source shoes
Yes.
And like, you don't have any defensive items from the Cassio. Like before, when Cassio would just rush Abyssal Mask, that would not have done nearly that amount of damage.
Alright, so they really want to pressure this and get this
Bottom
spot
lane
turn.
tower.
Yep, and they were gonna get it.
Yep. So that's 2 towers in favor, or 2 towers over 0 in favor of JBZ.
And they're going for
Playing
this.
pretty clean games today.
Now, again, another game where this team would really like to have Cloud Drake.
Whoa!
Oh,
1, 2, 3, really walking in forward there, forced to flash out as Sharkbait also channels a Stand United onto him. 2 highly important cooldowns.
look, 1, 2, 3 is getting really aggressive this game. I like it, but he's getting caught a lot. So
Yeah, it's like, dude, like if I were Sharkbait, I'd be like, man, like I love you, but you are giving me a heart attack right now. Like,
I can't keep using my Standing United on you. I had to use it on my 80 carry sometimes too, you know. So yeah, right now,
so gold lead almost 3K.
Yeah.
In favor of JBZ.
they've been going around getting a lot of objectives on the map. Their rotations have been really clean, really effective, and now
Other
there's-
than that use of Rift Arrow.
Yeah, other than that, so they're just gonna try and pressure down this top turret. But Rabid Raccoons already know. They know it's coming, so they got all 5 up here, ready to deal with it.
Yeah, now that's scary. Because Beast Snake's just looking for the dredge line. Ooh,
Oh,
this is Sharkbait
man.
time. This
Shark
is
bait.
T-Stone.
Shark bait. Oh, it does
Now
go.
T-Crank forced to run away.
It does go on Uklar though, which
You
is,
see the pings go down. You see a ping go down in bot lane. That Poseidon probably wants to keep pushing.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. They're gonna send. They're gonna send Beast Snake back to deal with it.
ooh, Dark Binding lands on the T-Crank. He's forced to use the stopwatch. Hextech Ultimatum comes down as 1, 2, 3 runs away. Now Uklar falls to the Talia.
Uklar gets hit by it.
Alf jumps into that little crevice and gets pinned.
Uklar got hit by every single part of Charlie Smells' Q, and tried to avoid it, but yeah.
Poseidon popping the sadism, start regenning. He needs to get out right now though.
I think they could possibly turn this with Kazuhaya being low, but I don't think Rabid wants to fight that.
Yeah. Baron coming up in under 2 minutes. Next Dragon Spawn is going to be an Ocean. Ezreal and Talia really appreciate Ocean Drakes.
Yes. I think so does Mundo.
Yeah. They like healing.
Yeah. So
Ooh, look at that Mystic shot from the fully stacked Muramana already.
yeah, that's gonna hurt. I think they're gonna get this turret in a second. With never mind. Not with Tristana. Not with Tristana. Yeah, I think they're gonna stick with the plan of send Joside in bot lane. All right, everyone else do something else.
Yeah. I think what they should be looking for this top lane outer turret. Just that way they can take the top lane outer, take Vision in the Baron pit a little more comfortable. Kazuhaya knows that Sharkbait is trying to clear the ward here. Oh, Sharkbait doesn't even get the ward. Lays his own ward down in response. Now he's just in the Baron pit, just gonna shadow dash over. Ooh, Charlie, so much damage. Even if the Morgana doesn't black shield herself there, she's for sure.
Yep. Guaranteed death. Now, T-Crank does have
action in the mid lane. Mad like mid lane are going incredibly low. There's the Stand United onto.
Uklar
1, 2, 3.
almost walked
Charlie
into
does.
Ezreal ult. Man. Uklar almost walked into the True Shot barrage there.
Really?
Really close. Literally like a step or two behind it, but Yeah, but Mad Life mid laner, definitely, yeah, he got caught in the mid lane. It's gonna cost him, because now, well, actually no, they did. I thought they were gonna try and get the kill and then try and pressure that top lane, but I think they're just gonna do that anyway.
I mean, they might have if Charlie stayed alive.
Maybe. And that Tristana clear is too good. Yep. So
Should be
now,
better with lethal tempo.
yeah, maybe. No, they did send 1, 2, 3 down in bot lane to try and help Josidon push and possibly get a kill onto Beast Snake, but they had a ward on him, so it didn't happen. No, they did get that top turret instead. So now the map is wide open on the side of JBZ, so they will be able to do whatever they want, really. Oh my goodness.
Top lane added the fall, yeah.
Yeah, Kazehaya just...
Charlie bursting. You're gonna get bursted by Kazehaya.
Yeah, he just blew him apart. That's the power of Graves, man. Graves is just a strong dueler.
I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, Charlie has so much damage with this full combo, but Talia herself is just so squishy.
Yep.
I mean, I gotta say I am impressed. Like, Charlie has certainly made it look like Talia is still a perfectly okay mid laner. Ocean Drake going on to Raccoons here. Mad Life mid laner, happy to get that sustained bonus. The next dragon is going to be another Ocean. So double Ocean's pretty strong as far as regen is concerned, especially against an Ezreal.
Yeah, that would have been nice for JBZ to have, but they didn't because Charlie got caught. So unlucky that they he got caught and bursted out there. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Hello?
He was just kind of standing there. And
Yeah.
Then,
Looked like he DC'd for a bit.
yeah, I thought so too, but I guess not. So.
Well, here's the thing. Like, this circle of inner towers is really hard for JBZ to take. Just because Alf has the wave clear, and like the teamfight ability if Mad Life mid laner gets a good ulti is so dangerous. Because that means like there's AoE coming in from Tristana, Ucklar can get off a good ultimate, good chains, and Beast Snake also with depth charge can get insane amounts of damage in CC. So, ooh.
That was clean.
1, 2, 3 flashes for the stun. It was pretty clean, yeah. But like I said, this is JBZ getting stalled out because they don't have any options, and they need to take Baron in order to crack this line of towers.
Wow, they just blew apart
Kazehaya.
Once again, bound by Charlie.
Oh,
This happened last game too.
Beast Snake got a nice shadow dash onto, or Sharkbait got a nice shadow dash on the Beast Snake there. They're just gonna run out. Oh my!
Forward looking for Beast Snake. Beast Snake gets caught up by the shadow dash again. Mad Life mid laner channels, or not channels, but casts his ultimate. Now Ucklar running away. You know, with this, I think they should just turn back onto
Yeah,
the Baron.
they just get Baron. They got a big beefy tank there, and
Ucklar, Mad Life mid laner doesn't have
oh
ultimate
my
available.
goodness!
Oh my lord! Like, that's not okay.
Charlie Smells hurts, man.
This is not. That's not safe for work. That level of carnage.
Not at all. I think T-Crank's just okay. Yeah, if Kazehaya didn't show there,
Oh.
T-Crank wanted to jump in on that cast.
If I were Alf, I'd be pretty annoyed right now. He actually got the auto advantage in that second of the back channel.
I can see it brewing in T-Crank's eyes there. He wanted that kill on cast so bad.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna.
Ooh, 1, 2, 3 finds a stun into Kazehaya.
Shen channel stand united, wants the Shadow Dash, but the Smoke Grenade stops it. Beast Snake now walking a bit too far forward, gets caught up by the Shadow Dash from Shen.
I don't think.
Sweep goes down, getting him slowed up. Beast Snake trying to walk it out.
Oh,
Gets
Beast
popped
Snake's
back in by Charlie Smells. Shadow Dash again for the taunt. Rabid Raccoons looking for the return kill. Gets it off onto the Shen. TP channeled in by Poseidon. Now the hook shot coming in. Dodges! Cassiopeia ultimate as Kazehaya falls to Poseidon's auto attack. Gosh darn, that was really a lot of action.
Yeah, that was a lot of stuff happening there.
But despite all of that, you only see 3 kills overall.
Yeah, a lot of that, and then it was a 2-for-1 for JBZ.
For JBZ.
Now they're off
They're
of
looking
that.
for this. They have the Baron buff. They want to crack the base open.
They're gonna get this in him, no doubt.
Poseidon finding the cleaver onto Mad Life mid laner.
Oh, Mad Life mid
There's
laner,
nothing
please.
he can do as the
Can't-
burning agony ticks down.
Oh.
Now he gets rooted up. Alf getting really low.
Oh
Oh my goodness. Uklar getting completely destroyed by the Talia seismic shove combo.
Whew. Look, Charlie Smells is really showing that like Talia is not just a jungler. He's showing that Talia can be played in the mid lane still. She's still viable. She still
Talia
does
is not a
damage.
mid lane troll pick, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, he's really showing the strength there. So, yeah, I think Poseidon got a little too anxious there, walking up there, got hit with that dark binding, and just got smacked down by Tristana there. But overall, he did hold them off of that tower or that inhib defense. So I guess he kind of did his job there. But he did go down for it. That was his only death. He could have went flawless all game, man.
Yeah, it's true.
So now
1, 2, 3 has been saved so many times by Stand United, though.
yes, he has.
Like, honestly, he should probably have 4 deaths rather than 1 at this point.
But that's the point of the ability, man. It's there to save
that's
his
true.
teammates.
That's true. You actually see Shen building what looks like a redemption at the moment.
Interesting pickup there, but I can see it being useful.
I mean, typically, I go for Knight's Vow over Redemption just because, like, Redemption is not that great, or onto tanks, just Poseidon pops sadism to run himself
I think
out
they're
of
turning
there.
this around.
Instead, it's 1, 2, 3 looking for the Hextech Ultimatum gets cancelled by Uklar. Collateral damage kills the jungler JBZ
Oh,
as their support falls as well, but it looks like in bottom lane you see pings go down from Charlie and T-Crank to push in on the bot. Mid lane also getting shoved in there, so that's going to need to be responded to.
so they
Really, just too much over-aggression from 1, 2, 3.
yeah. Raccoons definitely realized that they could turn that fight around. I don't know if they noticed or they knew that JBZ was going for that dragon, but a lot of overcommit in that fight top lane with only 3 members of JBZ up there to help.
Well, it looks like the final Drake is going to be a mountain. Poseidon kind of getting chased down here by Mad Life mid lane. T-Crank getting pulled in, knocked up by Beast Snake.
T-Crank. That was interesting.
Yeah, so like despite this 9k gold lead, like Rabid Raccoons definitely fighting it out.
Like this is kind of the situation that Rabid Raccoons constantly find themselves in. Like they're always playing from behind, and even though they're playing from behind, they're playing well. Like if they could get an advantage and they could play that advantage out well, I think Rabid Raccoons is a top tier team.
Yeah, I think if what Rabid Raccoons need right now to help them out, if they were able to get a pick or 2 off on JBZ and they were able to get a Baron, that would help them out and catch them back up in this game. Even with this,
Yeah, because their comp is scaling, right?
Yes.
Like the Tristana, the Cassiopeia, they're getting to that point where they just do damage and they do a lot of it consistently.
But at the same time, if they get choked out by JBZ playing better macro, then that's just how it is. Like, the Baron becomes more and more important for JBZ because it's hard for them to take towers, hard for them to push in. Thankfully, they have the inhibitor taken in the mid lane, and hopefully that inhibitor stays down for them. Like, hopefully that inhibitor stays down when Baron spawns.
Right. So it'll be a rough road for Raccoons, but I think they can do it.
Yeah, like I would say like 70-30 in JBZ's favor to win this game. But, you know, the Tristana, you know, gonna scale a bit harder than the Ezreal, especially because that's not a double tier. That's just normal blue Ezreal coming out here. Or full blue.
Kazahaya, interesting dash in there onto
Sadism.
Decided.
Shen ultimate channel, Beast Snake getting taken low.
This is a really bad spot for them.
Oh!
Oh my goodness.
1, 2, 3 finds a multi-stun with the hook shot. Beast Snake gonna fall as the depth charge gets channeled on. Now Shen falls as well. Mad Life mid laner getting caught out. Finds a 4-man ultimate with the with the Cassiopeia there. Tristana on Alf, or Alf on Tristana looking for the resets. Looks like he's gonna get chased down instead though.
Yeah, he's gonna go down.
That was a really good ultimate from Mad Life mid. Comes in a bit too late.
Yeah, just a little too late. And
not just that. Alf had to rocket jump back in after Mad Life mid laner used the ultimate.
yes.
So,
Petrifying Gaze. There we go.
Now
If
so in that fight, a lot of things happened wrong. I think that was a really bad spot for Raccoons to be at the fight, but they managed to get most of their people out of the danger area where it could have been even worse, and they got to a point.
This Baron is just
it got melted.
Charlie's going really low though. Forced to flash out.
Yeah, they got to a point in that little bottleneck area. They got to the open area where, as you saw, Cassiopeia was able to get a really good Petrifying Gaze off, and was able to pick up a couple of kills extra on the end of that to even that fight out. But ultimately, that last rocket jump kind of killed Elf.
Well, I would say the rocket jump wasn't bad. The fact that he had to rocket jump at all was, because if he was actually just right next to the Mad Life mid laner, that's potential just reset fest.
Yeah.
Because he got the kill onto, I think, T-Crank or 1-2-3, and that like he could just reset from that point and kill Charlie in that, because Charlie would still have been stunned. But he didn't, because he had to rocket jump in rather than get the reset off immediately.
No, thank God that T-Crank decided he was gonna get a QSS here, because he realized after that last Petrifying Gaze that he needed one, because he was sitting there taking some free shots from Tristana when he could have just QSS'd it and gotten a lot more.
Charlie, my goodness! So much damage from this Talia pick.
Charlie is showing off right now at this point.
He's smurfing, honestly.
He's showing that Talia is not just a flex mid or flex jungle pick. It is his pick mid. You ban his other champions, he can play this too.
You can't ban this man out. Like, it's impossible.
And T-Crank just subscribed to Prophecy Cup for 8 months in a row. It must be nice.
Yeah, he must be feeling pretty happy for some reason.
Yeah. I wonder what.
Yeah. So, Rabid Raccoons doing their best to wave clear here. Mountain Drake is up, free for the taking, but I don't really think JBZ care about it.
Yeah, I think at this point JBZ is just gonna try and
push it in.
Push it in for the end. Not worrying about that dragon.
I mean, I gotta say, like, this is a 100% crit chad Tristana. Like, I don't think that it did quite well.
I don't necessarily think it was the Tristana pick that was the problem.
No,
here.
I think it's the Charlie pick. Like the fact
The
that
Charlie
Salias-
not being possible to ban out.
Yeah,
is the main problem.
like Sharkbait had some really good shadow dashes, some key stand united ultimates, but this has really just been Charlie dominating.
Charlie dominated last game and this game, so definitely deserves an interview. So that'll be a 2-0 for JBZ and
If you actually saw Josiah in there, he said, "Follow me on Twitter,"
Which I think his name is Twitch TV.
So 2-0 for JBZ over Rabid Raccoons. I think Charlie deserves a good interview there. So we can 1 second. I'm gonna go.
I think it's Drowsy. Like I can move him.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me just tell T Crank that we're gonna pull Charlie.
Just wait a bit. Hello?
It's me, Charlie Smells.
Hello. Hi, Charlie
how's it going, guys?
Smells.
Apparently, we get. They think your name is Joe. Apparently.
It's me, Joe Seiden.
Yeah. So we get you instead.
That's not Charlie. We've been
It's
ahead.
me. It's me, Charlie Smells.
All right, just Aiden. What's up, man?
Yeah. So
How's
we
it
can talk
going?
about like just Aiden. You played 2 games in a row, Mundo. We appreciate you pushing your skins.
Yeah, man.
Uh,
I asked my team what we wanted, and I was doing it for the people in Game 1, El Macho Mundo.
Yeah.
throwing those
Savior,
chairs.
given to the kids, stealing from the rich, you know? Coronas out around for everybody,
Macho
and I did toxic.
Man.
Macho Man pouring out. From a man.
Yeah, pretty dominant series from you guys. Easy 2-0. And fast game 1, not quite as fast on the game 2, but
Yeah, we had a little bit of scaling to do in Game 2.
yeah.
Yeah, we saw.
You guys kind of stalled out at multiple moments in game 2, but really decent showing from every single player on your roster.
Yeah, I like to say we're pretty decent.
Like
Yeah.
Charlie, God damn, Charlie just found so many one-shots in both of those games.
Yeah, Jared, when his ping is stable, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he's got like the worst internet you can get in Maryland just because of where he is.
You're right.
I'm in Maryland.
It's just
too.
unfortunate. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. So, as far as Champ Select went in that second game, what made after all the bans onto Charlie Smells, what made you guys decide that you didn't want to take Talia jungle, you'd rather take it mid instead and have the Camille jungle?
I mean, it's just kind of how draft works in this meta. There's so many flex picks, you can just pick one. Like, this is even like giving away like strats. This is just like a tip that like every team is using. Even LCS teams is like you pick Talia and it's like, oh cool, like we've got Talia jungle boys, like, and then that's just how flex picks work, you know. It's like, oh shit, they banned my mid laner. Might as well take this flex pick that's jungle mid and put it mid, then pick a different jungler.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, it's like it's quick maths.
yeah,
You know, it's pretty easy. You know, it's like that's just like the advantage of having flexible players like me. I mean, like everybody can play except for T Crank. That boy can't play Vlad. Shout outs to Vlad.
Smackdown
I
T
would
Crank
have,
real
I would
quick.
have to sit out.
It's like the
Dude,
top half of the
I
map
mean-
for us. Like we can flex like literally everything if we really wanted to. So our drafts have gotten a lot better. I think in the previous iterations of twitch.tv/JBZ, wink, wink, no judge, we've had a little bit of problems with drafting just because I think we've slowly adapted to the meta. But I think right now we've adapted fairly nicely to it, and I think we're starting to own it. After our blunder against what was it, Vortex? I don't even remember.
Yeah,
It was Vortex. I
Like,
remember I casted that game.
Oh, word, yeah, that was a good time.
Nice smells.
Yeah, I usually just like forget about every game, but yeah, I mean, we took that game and we were like, all right, guys, like we have to really lock down Baron, and like we were pretty aggressive around Baron this series, which I was pretty happy with. And it paid off. You know, it unfortunately / fortunately, Rabid Raccoons didn't really do anything about it. But we did take it at times where they had very little chance to do anything about it. So I think our macro is overall pretty good.
Yeah, you
I was
guys
actually
definitely
waiting-
had good macro play in both games.
We could have
I
been
was
more
actually
aggressive
waiting
game
for-
too, but I mean, I
Yeah.
think it's not a bad idea to let me scale up and be Mundo and do Mundo things.
Yeah, so I think two things to talk about. We talked about the draft already. So the first thing I wanted to mention was for that second Baron game, I was kind of waiting for
In game 1 or game 2?
game 2 for Uklar to use Tormented Soil onto Baron because you guys didn't have a Smite Tormented Soil.
Oh
ready to
yeah,
go.
dude.
Like,
We almost lost that shit.
No, I was actually incredibly scared for it. I was like, "Where is it? Where's the Tormented Soil Barons?"
Yeah.
But you always got the cleavers of truth.
Cleaver's too strong.
Secured that joint.
Too
You see
much
that?
to deal with.
I'm the
And
real
then the
jungler.
second thing, really had to be Sharkbait. You know, 2 games of Shen. I know the meme around Sharkbait said he's a Braum one trick, and that's the joke. But you know, those shadow dashes were really on point. Game
Yeah,
1,
man, I
finding
took
that
him-
level 1 kill.
Yup. I play a little bit of Shen myself. I am known as a Shen one trick in some circles. Yeah, and like I think just having him play the Shen, I can take him under my wing and show him like there's some really neat stuff you can do on the champion, like flash taunts or taunt flash. There's just a difference between the two on how you do things. Like you can extend the hitbox
Yep.
on some things with flash, which is not everybody knows that stuff. But yeah, I mean, I think Sharkbait's Shen was crisp, dude. I mean, it looked good.
Very
It did
good.
the job. I wasn't a believer of Shen's support. I was like, oh, dude, let me just play it top.
Oh no, it's
I
a
I
thing.
love playing Shen. It's good. No,
it's great.
it's definitely been a thing. I didn't think it'd be as strong as he's been playing it. He's just doing a fantastic job, and he's a great addition to the team.
Yeah,
So-
he definitely showed up in both series or in both games there. He had a lot of good shadow dashes there to help you guys win those.
Yeah, absolutely. This level 1 is huge in game 1.
Mm-hmm.
So after what some people would have called a throw in your third game against Vortex, it kind of felt like, or at least to me, it felt like you guys had something to prove with the match. And
Yeah,
I
I think
would
this
definitely
game,
say you guys
I
did.
definitely played a little angry. I wanted to. I mean, it's kind of hard to flex on kids with Mundo, so I can just like pick funny skins and do the penguin dab emote. But like, I think that game we were just kind of like, we wanted to show that Vortex was. This is gonna be some like spicy shit talk, but people are gonna be like, "Oh, Joe talk mad shit in the post game interview." But it's like we wanted to show that Vortex was a fluke. And
Ouch.
that we're right. I mean, like Vortex didn't beat us, we beat ourselves, and then Vortex was just there.
Twitch.tv/JRadius. Let's get it.
Gosh darn it.
What the
Fan
heck?
That's Javante.
Yeah, I know. Javante, get out of here. This is our interview.
Okay, you know what, Javante? You're not gonna get to cast anymore. Enjoy casting your last. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm memeing.
Hey, Javante, you do that again, you're fired. Yeah, we definitely, like, back to the question, we definitely had a lot to prove. I don't think we had a lot to prove. We just wanted to show that, like, we're not that team that flubbed up in that Baron. Like, we like, if you think that's who we are, you're going to be in a world of hurt, as you can see what the last game just happened. Yeah, I mean,
Right.
Like, pretty clean games out of you guys.
Yeah.
So I think there's 9 weeks in Prophecy Cup, correct?
shit, I don't know.
Oh, I think okay. So I think it's 9. Let me check and make sure here. Yeah, so it's 9 weeks. We have ended week 4. Going into week 5, you guys like with that win, that being that clean, like you said, definitely proved that people shouldn't underestimate you. Now,
I mean, they can go ahead and underestimate us. I mean, like, go for it, dude. You know, like, please do.
your next game is actually against Gothboy Click,
Okay. Very good friends of mine.
who suffered a pretty substantial loss to the same people that beat you last week, Vortex.
Right.
So-
Yeah. I mean, Vortex can definitely sneak it in. I mean, I don't think I didn't watch the series because I forget what I was doing. Probably something.
Well,
God,
I mean, okay. Like to tell you, it was a stomp game 1 for Vortex, a stomp
wow.
game 2 for Gothboy, and then like game 3 was a little bit more even. Vortex pulled ahead.
Yeah.
So, you know, that being said, like, how do you think you guys are going to do against Gothboy Click?
I think we'll do well. I mean, we scrim against them a lot, so it's like we got some of their spice in our spice cabinet. They got our spice in their spice cabinet. You know, it's a little bit of both.
Mhm.
But I think it's gonna come down to who shows up that day. I mean, I think me and Fug are even though everybody says he's better than me. I think we're even, or maybe he's a little bit better. But I don't think it's that big of a gap that everybody says.
Gotta prove
Night of the
it.
Zed versus Ropey. I think Ropey's better. I think Jared's better than GTS. I think T Crank's better than Drowsy. I mean, I think we're like, we have the matchups to win the game, and they have the matchups to win the game. It's just like, who plays it better?
Yep. Who plays the matchups better? Who plays the macro better? Who plays the game better? Is what that's probably going to come down to, because both teams are very even and you're both good. And I'm ready. I'm actually really looking forward to that one. That's the game I'm going to be looking forward to.
Yeah, that's
I
a
can't wait
pretty
to play
big deal.
tank versus Fug, and then everyone's like, "Fug is so good at fucking Shen and Ornn." It's like, bro, come on.
Oh, no.
Those are my picks. Come on.
All I would have to say after the game against Vortex is put Fug on Darius. Wait,
Yeah.
what did I say? Anyhow.
Darius is pretty fun,
um,
but Josa is just a tank player. Wink.
Yeah. All right.
well then. That's all the questions and comments I have. Do you have
Yeah.
anything, Devin?
I think I'm all set.
A shout out to my mom.
Twitch.tv/JBZ.
Yeah, twitch.tv/JBZ. Check me out. I stream Melee, League of Legends, Fortnite, and dude, honestly, come to my chat. Tell me what you want.
Yeah.
And I'll
Dude,
play
you
it
said
pretty
Melee
much.
first. Get out of here. All right. Anyways.
Boy, see me.
All right, man. Well, it's good talking to you.
Thanks for the interview, guys. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Have a good one, man.
All right,
Hey, you
guys.
too.
Catch you later.
Yep.
Have a good night.
See ya.
All right.
Well,
Well,
I do believe that's it.
I think that's it for everything for today. We had a really good time watching that game. It was
It's a pretty hype series to cast.
yeah, a lot of one shots, a lot of fun moments. So
A lot of Uklar.
yeah, a lot of Ooklar. All right. Well, until next time, people. We'll catch you later.
Peace.
Peace out.